started. We are at midterms this whole week. So we have our quote of the week. We have Quizlet, Kahoot, couple reminders, and then we're going to wrap it up. So for me, midterms and final weeks are a lot shorter. My thinking is that when you're studying for a big exam, it's more than just studying, okay? You also have to take care of yourself. Sometimes that means closing the book, taking a breather, relaxing. Midterms are always a stressful time, not just midterms, anytime you have a big exam, right? And in our program, we have our midterms, we have our finals, and then we have that big CST exam. So I try to have it so that on midterms and finals, you can expect that you're going to have a lot of you time because it's important. Okay. With that, on tomorrow evening, for those of you who can attend, I am going to be providing some little tidbits on ways to kind of help with that anxiety. Just some things that I do. And so if you are able to attend after the wrap up, can stick around. And if you aren't able to kind of stick around, I'm still going to timestamp that, but that's going to be tomorrow evening where it'll be timestamped, kind of like tools to kind of help relax you. Okay. Now, with that, our quote of the week, it always seems impossible until it's done by Nelson Mandela. Now, in my humble opinion, he has definitely earned the right to speak about perseverance and hard work. The seemingly impossible is something that you can accomplish. You've done it before, okay? You're in module 2, so you've had midterms before. You've had knowledge checks before. You know the routine. And it's important to remember that. You wouldn't have made it here if you hadn't done it before. One of the things that we do to kind of sabotage ourselves is to psych ourselves out, to be like, oh my gosh, but this time it's different. But why? We've in the same program, right? We've kind of had the same setup and we've passed last module. So there's no reason to think that it's not going to happen again. Granted, yes, the material is a little bit different. You're taking it up the next step. But just like you persevered through module 1 to get you here, you're going to persevere to module 3, to 4, to 5, to your clinical site, to that CST exam, to your very first, I want to say duty station, but to your very first hospital clinical setting. Okay. Speaking those positive affirmations into you. And if you're not going to do it, I'm definitely going to do it for you. All right. So it always seems impossible until it's done. Quick reminder, December 21st, 2024 is the last day of the module. So you want to have everything in prior to that day. Midterms are here. Okay. So if you're missing anything up till now, reach out and let me know. All right. As always, if you have any questions or concerns, do not hesitate to reach out. We will be getting these the end of this week. My goal is to try to get them done so that those of you who finish assignments early, you'll be able to kind of relax because the only thing that you're going to have to worry about will be that midterm exam. So again, you will be getting your professionalism score. And if you're doing everything you're supposed to, then you already know what to expect. I just write down everything. I'm a little bit OCD. That is my ST in me. So I write down everything. Okay. But you will be getting those as well. So I kind of just want to remind you guys of that. It happens at week 5 and again at week 11. Okay, so the reason we're here. Your midterm review is up. I did go through a couple of iterations of the midterm to kind of gather information to provide for you. It is just a resource. Continue to do what you normally do to prepare for these types of exams. Go through your chapters, look at your knowledge checks, any notes that you have, even go back to archives of items that you're like, I'm not too comfortable on, and then I'm still here. So if there are questions before you take that midterm, reach out. Not while you're taking it, but as you are studying, if something that comes up and you're just like, wait a minute, I thought I understood this concept, but now I'm like, whoa, I'm not feeling too confident. Let me know, okay? Because that's why we're here. You're not in this by yourself. So I have a midterm Quizlet for everyone that is here. I am going to send this to you in the chat now so that you all have your own copy. And if you are driving or at work, I do not expect you to join. I did want to at least go through, I had two, but I did want to go through at least one with y'all so you can kind of see some of the questions, see what, you know, you are going to expect. Now, these aren't going to be verbatim from the midterm, but these are going to be concepts really closely related to what you're going to see on that midterm exam. And Quizlet is just kind of give you that confidence boost. You know the information, especially if you've been reading and studying. This is just a little confidence boost, okay? So, key concepts. If you are able, the music, I'll turn it on, but for me, it's like if you are able to join, go ahead. I am going to join as well for those who are working and kind of want to see those questions. I'm going to open another screen and add myself. There are 11 of us. So if there is anyone again who is not able to join, send me a message if you can to say, hey, I'm working. I'm not going to be able to join. And that is okay. Okay. So there are 11 of us. 6 of us have joined in. Okay. There are 7. Waiting on 5. While that's happening, let me go ahead and share my other screen so that you guys can have both. Okay. 9. There are only 2 that aren't able. Give it a couple more. Give it another like 30 seconds, and then we're going to go ahead and start. All right. So not to keep you guys longer, like I said, midterms and finals, I tend to not have long sessions with you guys, okay? Because I truly, truly believe that it's everything. It's not just going in and studying and cramming, it's also taking care of self. So with 10 of us, let's go ahead and start. Okay, so for those of you who are watching this archive, you'll notice that on the right, you have your key individuals. We all have a different type of name, which will be a little bit different from Kahoot, which we're going to play later. And then on the left, you have your questions. And so I'm just going to just be randomly picking answers just so you guys can kind of see the questions that you will be introduced to. And again, these are concepts that you will see on this midterm. Okay. So again, on the left, these are questions, and we may not even have these questions in the same order, okay? But these are questions that we're all receiving, okay? So see, if you get it wrong, it kind of lets you know, and then you go all the way back to the beginning. Dolphins are in the lead, followed by reindeer, alligators, penguins, koalas, cheetahs are right behind. Dolphins are in the lead. Good job. Good job. All right. Okay, so that is some of the terms. Again, I highly encourage you guys to go and use these, not today, but use these as additional resources. With that, I also created a Kahoot for you guys for this midterm as well. And as you saw, I already had it up, okay? So let's go ahead. Again, if you are working or driving, I do not um, expect you to join, but I want to give you guys the link first so that you guys have both the Quizlet link as well as the Kahoot link. And I'm going to go ahead and start it for you. It says 210, but it's actually 200. I wrote it this morning. Yeah. And I'll make sure to change the name just so you guys know it is for 200, dealing with everything from fire extinguishers to professionalism and organization. So I'm running my mouth. Let me get in. All right. All right, there is 9 of us again. Okay, there are 10. Let's go ahead and start. Again, more concepts of what you are going to see, but I changed the question so that now you've had them in multiple choice. You're going to have some true and false, and this is all going to help kind of guide you when you're studying. So 2 true and false, and then the rest multiple choice. Now we're looking into some types of extinguishers, okay? If you see what I did, you see what I did. I don't know if you picked it up yet. Good job, everybody. This concept has been highly missed, so I wanted to grab it. Good job. Cultural differences. Good job. Cat is on fire. Good job. And our last question. Keyword accept. Accept. Think about everything that we can do. So one thing that we do not do is administer the medications. Remember, we receive it from the nurse, we hand it to the surgeon, but we are not the ones, you know, injecting or giving anything by mouth or anything like that. Okay. So we do monitor vital signs. We are definitely tracking surgical instruments and we're responding to alarms from different equipment. Okay. It may not look like what you're envisioning, but let's say you're using a cautery machine that we use to kind of electrocute or kind of burn the ends of vessels and something's not working and we hear, well, we're going to look and try to fix it on the field and then ask our circulator to, hey, I need you to check it off the field as well. But the only thing that we are not going to be getting help with technology is going to be that administration of medication. So again, these are different concepts that you will see. They're not going to be questions directly verbatim, but there are concepts of different terms and things that is going to be really important for you guys to see. And good job. Good job, good job, good job. All right. So let's finish up this midterm live session. Like I said, moving forward, midterms and finals, expect them to be kind of like this, okay? There's also opportunity, like if you have questions, concerns, or something that you want to bring up, send me your questions so that we can kind of discuss it in this type of forum. I really want these sessions to be more for you all, okay? Now, this is the wrap up. Quote of the week. It always seems impossible until it's done. For those of you who are watching this playback, we did not forget about you. Describe one barrier to effective communication in the operating room and explain how it could impact teamwork. Identify two critical skills for the surgical technologist and explain why these skills are so important for ensuring patient safety. If you are able to attend tomorrow's live session, again, we will be visiting some relaxation techniques that I have used, okay, that have worked for me because I do have test anxiety, believe it or not, I do. With that, what questions do you have for me? No questions? All right. With that, oh, you do have one. Ask away. What is your question? I have one person that sent me a question. Is it one that you want? Okay. Are we allowed to study together? Yes, most definitely. I highly encourage studying together. Yes, yes, yes. Keep in mind that sometimes somebody may get a concept that you may not have gotten and vice versa, and you're bouncing information and ideas off of each other. Now, you can't take your test together, right? But you can definitely, I highly encourage you guys studying together, get study groups, flashcards, do everything you can because you guys are going into teams. Like we are a team in the operating room. Not one person is going to be responsible for all that. Can you say, yes, I can? There are 60 questions on the midterm. Excellent question. 44 minutes and 6 seconds to complete it. Multiple choice. Okay. Again, like I said, did a couple iterations through it. And what I mean by iterations that I went through a couple different versions of the midterm and kind of got a good grasp of different concepts that you really want to kind of focus on. That's why you have your Quizlet. I just gave you that Kahoot. I will change the name of this for 200, not for 210. But you do have a 210 one. And go back through your notes, go back through the PowerPoints. If there's something that you still kind of feel like, I'm on the verge, reach out. Okay. But I love that. Definitely, definitely, definitely get with a study group to study, not take. Just got to reiterate that to study because it does help. All right. Great question. Any more questions? No more? All right. With that, do me a favor. Once you're done, close your book. I know I just said all that stuff, but close your book. Um, and take care of you, whether that means going for a walk, grabbing some tea, getting a good book, do something for you this evening, okay? Because you guys are working hard, you've got family, you've got so many things going on in your life. I was a student. I know what it was. I was an ST student, so I get it. With that, you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. Again, for those that will be able to attend tomorrow, kind of the same setup. We're going to get in, we're going to get out, and then we're going to do some relaxation. Bada boom, bada bing, and that is it. On that, good night, everyone, and I look forward to seeing everyone who can attend tomorrow's live session. Good night.